we represent a new era. There's a big change. There's a big change in the fashion industry. I belong to a new school, a new wave of creatives, and we kind of represent like a new moment of creativity, you know, between music and fashion and art. It's not just me, of course, but there's a few people out there like Virgil, Aaron Preston, or you know, people like that. That we come from the club scene. We come from music. And then we end up launching our own brands. And you know, there is something special about all those brands because there is so much behind. It's not just about clothes, you know, it's a lifestyle actually. This is how we, you know, tell our stories. This is how we talk. I'm telling my story through the graphics. So I'm telling my past and my present, you know. It's about esoteric symbols from the natives of Patagonia, and there is a mix in between like the rave culture, because that's where I grew up in the 90s. There's a little bit always of my history on my collections. I really started from the beginning. You know, I come from a poor family, no money. I had to work with them. We used to work in a shoe factory down Italy. But then I realized that working in clubs was a way out. I started like collecting, you know, names and emails, and I put together a very interesting mailing list. And then that's how I started like organizing events for all the designers, and then doing the PR for Riccardo Tisci. And then he pushed me to start doing styling. So we launched an independent magazine. So I became a stylist, and then I became a DJ. And then years later, I had this idea to tell my story through graphics. And the t-shirts were something that the people would buy. Everyone buys a t-shirt like every month. We didn't have any investors. So it was, you know, I used to go to Russia to DJ and back to Milan with that money to invest on my brand. So that was the best way to kind of like start a new project, because I'm always doing different projects, you know. So that became massive because through the social medias, I started DJing all around the world, and the people come to see me. And they wanted something more. When you have a good idea and you start like hanging out with the right people, it's not that they help you or they kind of push you, but it's about the energy that you create.
The drop at Barney's, New York, you will have time. We will take you through the store.
Thank you.
What I find really interesting is when you DJ, you have this no VIP policy where everything's kind of democratic and everyone's around. And when we're here at the drop at Barney's, it's kind of the same thing. You know, it's not like
PR, now he has a brand. You know, it's super difficult. So when you have all of that on your back, you know, it's just, things are different, you know, so.
I am a Marcelo Burlon. I am NATO in Argentina in 76M. From Lebanese and Italian immigrants. Therefore 90 I arrived in Italy. In a small town in the Streetwear. I was 16 years old and started working in clubs. I turned 21 years old and arrived in the land looking for something. I was obviously growing up and turning me. Consequently, I started working in a very important club. Friday night, that was a general warehouses where I would take care of the front door. So I had hidden the power in my hand.
Like when music kicked off, I used to be like, a lot of my close friends were like music artists, so you know, go out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be driving too, so it's like a similarity right there. So you know, that's a gold comparison. Like, who else you looking for clothes wise in this drop? Like you said, like even though you put something in there, you want to be like, you know what? That me and that person, we kind of got similarity. Like anything, like you know, like I like that person.
I like Amiri a lot.
I have never worn anything Amiri yet, but like I see my friends wearing it. Like, I like that. You know, Virgil's a close friend of mine, so
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I like his stuff.
He's part of my family, so
Yeah, I forgot what shirt I wore during my it's like a flannel that felt real good.
right.
And then I had some Mastermind jeans. Mastermind clothes really well.
Yeah, always. Quality is amazing.
Yeah, very,
Amazing.
very. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I like all the brands that I know so far. I'm comfortable with them, but I'm trying to go dig in and learn about some more clothes, like, you know, just to expand my horizon. So it could be nicer for me to get dressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have more options to get dressed. It's just a good feeling. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah, but it's always nice to have your own style, and then you can mix with other brands, and you just make your own thing. You know?
And clothes, it has a very big combination of music. You know what I'm saying? Because like with my music, when I'm wearing, depending on what I'm wearing,
Yeah,
it means a lot.
yeah. Absolutely. I'm a
Sometimes-
DJ, so I know what you're talking about.
It's just all on the vibe and sometimes, you know. So
Yeah.
sometimes when you really tapped in, like, it doesn't even matter what I have on. I'll make the best thing. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just like making sure everything is there so I can just focus on the little 100.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 20.
You're young.
Yeah.
He's young.
How old are you? If you don't mind
I'm
me
41. I'm 41. I can be your father.
asking? You know, not.
I can be your mother. I almost say I can be your mother. I can be your father. Yeah.
Not, but if you would have told me, I would not guess that unless you
Yeah.
said, yeah.
That's because the hairstyle.
Yeah, you keep
Yeah.
keeping yourself well groomed. That's how I like to do it too, man.
Yeah. Cool. What else, man? What else?
Just really working on new music, just trying to figure out the right way to come at these people. You know, I've been making different type of vibes because sometimes you never know. You know, I know what I like. I
Yeah.
like a lot of things.
What do you like?
Me personally, I like my family. I grew up around reggae, so I was going through that. And then my brother, he's a very music head too, so he used to buy like CDs,
Yeah.
like along with my dad. So I used to be walking around my house like just listening to music, just staying tapped in, like. And I would go out. My dad would take me at a young age just to go see, experience of like festivals and like performances. So just getting used to that, breaking down ice early. That's just like a big key to me now for moving on. Cause like it's like when I'm on the stage, it's not that much nervousness. You know,
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm at home. I
You feel comfortable.
so comfortable. Like I can tell you like this weird experience one time. Cause my dad, he had like a lot of reggae friends, and he used to take me to go perform. Like I said, so I used to always be in front of thousands of people. Like, you know what I'm saying, it was nothing to me.
Yeah.
Now when I started my music career, I had like a opportunity to open up for a friend. And there was nobody there, and then, like I felt way less comfortable than, you know what I'm saying, around all the people. And that's just still show you like I'm here for the people. You know what I'm saying? I just want to
Yeah.
make people happy. That's what I'm
Yeah,
here
yeah,
for. And then
That's
Once-
the beautiful thing about
Mhm.
making music or being a DJ. You know, you communicate through the music.
exactly.
And
So
that's
yeah.
Yeah. So that makes me so happy too. You know, when I'm DJing in front of like 3,000 people. You know. It's
How long you
like,
been DJing?
For about like 15 years.
Mhm.
I do electronic music. I used to do hip hop a lot. I can do hip hop still today, but you know, I grew up in the 90s where, you know, the house music was super big. I was a club kid back in the days. That was my main job. And then I became a PR and then DJ and then designer. But you know, my background is, you know, the club scene. So, you know, when you DJ in front of those people, and sometimes I do 6-hour set. That means you bring the people to a journey.
So
It's
you gotta do a lot of preparation. To
Yeah,
get
not
that.
really. No, not really. It's more like you know, how do I feel that day? It's pretty special. Yeah. So
I'm trying to get to that point. Like right now, where I'm at an artist stage, like I'll do like 15, 20-minute sets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
trying to work harder on myself, perfect my craft. So when I go out there, I can get up with my all and put into everything's gonna relate. Hopefully, it's like a domino effect. Work on one thing, knock it down. Work on another thing, knock it down. Just gotta keep knocking out objects to get further you wanna go. And you telling me you've been DJing for that long, and then you did PR. It's just an inspirational show. Like you can't just be one lane guy. Like you gotta just go out there and
Absolutely.
grab everything. I appreciate you sharing with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
that's-
this time here, and I appreciate Barney's. I'm gonna see you guys later, man. Make sure I go catch out the drop.
thank you.
What you have done in the last 6 months. What 6? Dedicated to you. But actually, in the last 6 months, I have dedicated a lot to myself. It's my job, what I usually do. I am very focused in the collections. I am very focused on my staff. So, to recruit new recruits. Bring forward, what are my work projects? We opened a pop-up in Tokyo. We opened a pop-up at brand in Hong Kong. We are going to say a new one brand in Hong Kong and 5 other stores in China. So let's say we're focusing a lot in the business this year. Then I am creating one very nice space in Argentina, in Patagonia, where I come from. That will be my house first of all, but then it will become one space where it welcomes ideas. However, people who need a little healing and to heal the soul. So, through different disciplines, how effectively feel to give back to your earth. Also through that construction of who told us? Well, actually, they say that I am the greatest promoter of in the world. Because in reality, I put in front of every what and every time that anyway there is an interviewer, something is always the Patagonia in the middle. We can say that you have also brought a little in your last fashion show. We saw walking last June with that giant waterfall. Yes, actually, the waterfall then represents, anyway, my status right now, where I am doing a lot of cleaning. No whatever in my life, where I am still reaching a very big goals, but above all, table, just solving some of my things that I take with me. How everyone doesn't carry around know of the gods, of the problems, of the things of the past. No. Actually, the waterfall that represented this thing, water flowing, then water flows and cleans and purifies. And is there? There will always be, in reality, because in all the symbology continues to exist. Then you know every collection inspired comes by other things like, for example this year, there was so much to the world of surfing. I always say, it's not that important. Then, the objective, the end of what you don't, but rather the path you take. So in this path, there are climbs, descents, there are loves, and OD are all these experiences that we then carry on. And so this was a little, the inspiration of that collection. You can then refer to a program in which you have participated. How strange. We have, has Beijing expressed? What drove you to participate? But actually, the desire to participate is such a program. But it was that of putting me in question, put me to the test. Leave all those tools that daily we come for a living and communicate and thus acquire. Being in the middle of a country you don't know, with a language you don't speak, where you don't have a phone, you don't have money. You have no one's help but yourself, of your partner and the people you meet on this journey. And so it was a little that of also leaving the character aside and leave anyway. Brand understanding, music, things so put me anyway, completely naked. And trust others. Because anyway you, when 6 in that situation there, you 6 at the mercy of the people you cross on the street. But the most beautiful thing, that surely I put the proof in this one, in this adventure, which is that of to communicate with people through eyes. So no longer understood. Yes, you are talking. But anyway, 6 focused on another thing there was a lot this thing. Finally, we are back understood, to looking into each other's eyes, and to finish and complete a sentence without anything else of road, and therefore, this will be just one thing, certainly and very beautiful. But yes, it has been really a beautiful adventure that I would do again. Up immediately, no. A little calmly.
Look guys, we're at the G-Shop X, Marcelo Burlon launch. Watches are the best. Come on, G-Shop, only way forward. We're gonna take you around, show you the party we're having.
I regret that decision greatly.
So I'm with Marcelo. So we're at the G-Shop event right now and we're launching your watch, which is amazing. Bad boy. So how long did it take you, like, to one come up with the idea and then the process of making it?
Well, the idea was kind of there because it's like the Oliver Snake is like a classic of my graphics.
Yeah.
But it takes a long time. It's a long process to make a sample. It took like 1 year.
You always want to make a watch like this. Like,
Always.
like,
Since I was little.
little.
Since I was little, because I grew up in the 80s. So, even if I look younger, I'm 39. I'm 39. So I grew up in the 80s and 90s with the G-Shock.
So how many times have you been last?
You know what? I had a love story in London for 4 years. A love story for 4 years. So I was coming back and forth from Milan to London every 2 weeks. But you know those things, how those things end up. So I was kind of like, my relation with London was always weird.
Yeah.
But now that I'm an older man, I'm more mature, so I would like to come more often.
What was it like when they came to you? They were like, yeah,
I
went. I want this thing now. Like,
I went to them. I buzzed the door. I was like, hey, I'm Marcelo. I would like to do some collaboration with you. And they were like, who are you? And I was like, it's me. I remember the DJ I was playing at your party last week.
So what is there missing like for you?
Airplanes.
Airplanes. Well, wait, airplanes. So make them branded airplanes. Big name all over it.
I don't want the name. I want just like feathers and
yes.
everywhere.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. I got offered it when I walked in by Nick, and I said yes. And I regret this decision, so I'm gonna try and finish it now. But I don't. God, can you finish that? I can't.
If you could spend a little more time here instead of sort of packed schedule, what would you like to do? Hyde Park? Smoking joint? Sorry.